Welcome to this custom deep dive. You walk into a room, maybe it's a tense family dinner or a corporate boardroom, and nobody is yelling. Nobody is arguing at all.
Right.
Yet your stomach drops and your heart rate just spikes. Okay, let's unpack this. Why does your nervous system know you're in danger way before your conscious brain does?
Well, that subconscious threat detection is, it's at the absolute core of what we are doing today. We are looking at ORRIE Karim's really fascinating piece, Room Geometry, Mastering the Art of Pattern Recognition.
Yeah, such a great source.
It really is. And the mission of this deep dive is to basically decode the real-world mechanics of how high-conflict personalities operate in shared spaces.
Right, to give you, the listener, the tools to spot those red flags before they become a personal problem.
Exactly.
I mean, walking into one of those situations, it's like stepping onto a living chessboard. The whole atmosphere instantly shifts depending on who enters the room.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is that Karim brilliantly moves past those boring clinical definitions we usually hear.
Oh, totally. We've heard them a million times.
Right. Instead, the focus is on the tangible energy shifts that we all feel, but, rarely actually understand.
Right, because your intuition deliberately reacts before your logic does when you encounter these high conflict people.
Yeah.
But so what does this all mean? Isn't it incredibly difficult to tell the difference between someone who is genuinely charismatic and someone putting on what Karim calls a curated performance?
Oh, absolutely. It's a really fine line for a lot of people.
Because we all put on our best face at a networking mixer, right? We all try to be charming.
Sure, we do. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, this is exactly why Karim differentiates between true confidence and strategic charm.
Strategic charm. That sounds so calculated.
It is entirely calculated. It's about spotting the subtle, quiet dominance of a narcissist rather than just looking at overt aggression.
Wow.
Yeah, see, a nervous person is just trying to connect, but a high conflict personality uses strategic charm to artificially lower your defensive boundaries. They're basically gathering data on you.
Wait, really? So they disarm you on purpose with that curated performance?
Exactly, so that when they make a dominating move later, like subtly undermining your expertise, you just excuse it as a quirky flaw. True confidence doesn't need to manipulate the geometry of the room to feel secure.
Right, whereas strategic charm is entirely about control.
Completely. They get you to drop your guard so they can take up more space.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though.
Yeah.
Karim's ultimate empowering takeaway is that you don't actually need a dramatic showdown.
No, not at all.
You can protect your peace simply by adjusting your access without ever having to say a word, which is just so relieving that confrontation isn't required.
It really takes the pressure off. Mastering this room geometry is like having an invisible shield.
Yeah.
Whether you are prepping for a high-stakes meeting or just navigating a tricky family dinner, these pattern recognition skills ensure you remain in control of your environment.
So it's about rationing their bandwidth in your life.
Precisely. You use the gray rock method, basically giving them nothing but boring, non-committal answers.
Right, so you become totally uninteresting to them.
Yeah, or physically turning your shoulders slightly away during a conversation to just close off that energetic loop.
Wow, so you don't fix their frequency, you just stop vibrating along with it.
Exactly. It changes the whole dynamic when you realize you hold the power of placement. But this raises an important question.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
If we can learn to read this room geometry to protect our peace from high conflict individuals, how might our own subconscious energy shifts be silently altering the geometry of the rooms we walk into?